God, I'm one-shotting everything now. Like, just from one difficulty setting. But then, like, and then let's have a look at their damage on me. Yeah, like, the difference between difficulty is, like, ridiculous. Like, I don't want to... Okay, I feel like Intimidate is probably more important to do right now. Just for that end game dialogue. If we could make it, that is. I doubt we can. But by Joe, we are gonna fucking try. Get a helmet that gives us Intimidate.
Warning. Error. Employee information not found. Identify yourself.
What the hell? The medical drone can interrogate you? What the fuck? If you're experiencing errors, I should take you to the mechanical engineer.
Error. This unit is not experiencing errors.
You said error. Twice.
Error. This unit is functioning correctly. There is no need for the intervention of mechanical engineers. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, I feel like I could probably play on hard mode if my like as a melee build, like if I had like high intelligence, so my criticals or like at least at the minimum like average intelligence, so like critical hits could do something. Or I could invest in that perk where I could just get like critical hit after critical hit.
Keep your eyes up.
To the pit. Get to explore this area a bit more now. By virtue of like not having to stealth my way through it. Pacification gas. Oh, I could do that if I had the fucking stuff. Oh, whatever. Persuade +3. Persuade +3. We want the intimidate helmet, whatever that is. Oh, there's shit down here. Yeah, because bits of this part of the game is fucking helpful. Okay, fuck it. Accidentally found the stealth route.
Unexpected noise.
See, no one's come to help us either. We're all alone. We can't. Oh, well, fuck it. Still get a bit of exploration. I guess this pit. This is the jail. I guess the pit is just a bunch of jail cells, right? Right? I don't know. Is that what it's supposed to be? Still fucking stupid. Pit exit. Have a get over there. Is that... What? No, I'm not flanking and spanking.
look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Get out of my way, Rockwell.
I'm not in your way, you dullard. You talk to me. You want to go die in a blaze of glory? Be my guest. Besides, I don't know what you think you're doing here, but Sophia's doing good work up there with Phineas. Your efforts will be in vain.
I'll see for myself. Okay, where's white chocolate yummies? Good bit of work there. Even though I scrambled my brain a little bit. There we go. Okay, fuck it.
Are you new here?
What's it to you? I don't need a welcome. God, sucks to be you as well. It sucks to be everyone that isn't me. Unless I turn up the difficulty.
This is about a blast.
Oh dear. I want to make sure I kill everybody. Restricted access. Can't let me through. Come on. Maybe this is where one of the factions that we befriended spawn. Maybe. I don't know. Is this just the down one? Yes, it is. No. Hopefully I can undo it. Alrighty then. So we've got to go in the middle. I don't think I'll be able to level up before I get up there. So we might end up being stuck at 90 intimidate. Which is a shame, but whatever.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Wow, when you put it that way, I sound pretty awesome.
Typical. Running your mouth in the middle of a crisis. It's almost as if you delight in chaos. My report said you were simple-minded. I simply never imagined you'd be stupid enough to throw the entire system into chaos. I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked.
You're all bluster and empty threats.
I'm not surprised by your arrogance. You've been prancing about the colony for entirely too long, with no one to put you in your place. Leaving you alive was my greatest mistake, but it is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Don't test me, Sophia. It's bad for your health.
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. You're a
There's less
talented
people
fighter.
breathing.
I'm going to regret destroying such remarkable skill.
Do your worst, you psychopath.
If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
Alright, and just like that, I didn't even bother with that. Don't even bother with the intimidate option, whatever. Body attributes. Body attributes. But then again, if I put... See, with the mind one though, at least, I can... He's level 25 and I'm level 23, that's great. Oh, apparently all of them short circuit. Pfft. Whatever. Whatever. Is this another? What is this? Another doorway? Or how's going on over here? Oh, this might be the way we need to go in order to. If we like pass the speech test, we get told to go this way. I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Why won't you just...
What was that?
Made it. I can hardly believe my eyes. You didn't have to do this, you know. Risk your life just to save mine.
Do you have any idea how much trouble I went to save him?
I know, old friend. I know. Part of me wishes you'd left me here to rot. But what's done is done. You've left the board in tatters, but Halcyon is still on the verge of starvation. I just hope we're not too late. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I'm really not in the mood for your theatrics, Phineas.
Theatrics. Merciful law, I wish I were exaggerating. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all. Earth isn't going to help us. No one's going to help us now. We're alone out here, and I don't know if we're going to survive.
Need to ask you something.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
There's something else I know about the other colonists.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
You're a murderer and a liar.
You have every right to think of me that way. I know I can never win back your trust, but I'm trying to set things right. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
I don't have any more questions. We've got work to do. Where's the option to fucking crush this guy's skull, or is that purely like the board ending, like 100% board? Like I can't just kill the board, kill Phineas, and that's it.
I had hoped your fellow colonists might hold the key to saving Halcyon, but I don't have nearly enough chemicals to revive them all. I'll do what I can. I just hope it's not too late. I could use your help. You're the only ally I've got. And not just because you've murdered every potential leader in Halcyon.
You're not wrong. Huh? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about ice cream.
I see. Well, you've certainly earned a treat for yourself. I'll just get on with reviving the other colonists and saving Halcyon, then. Enjoy your creamed ice, or whatever you call it.
Alright, let's have a look at this.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Left leaderless, the people of Stellar Bay and Amber Heights were slowly but inevitably picked apart by the wildlife of Monarch. Left unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur clouds settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found a way
I
to
left no
Sunlight,
survivors.
some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. Without Lilia Hagen, Sublight Salvage fell apart. The company fractured, evolving into a series of unregulated criminal gangs, fences, and smugglers. Their facade of legitimacy quickly faded In time, the Sublight family was forgotten. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. The loss of Junlei Tennyson hit the Groundbreaker hard, and even threatened to undercut the ship's independence. Taking up the example of their fallen captain, citizens banded together and rallied anew for the Groundbreaker's autonomy. Junlei was remembered as a folk hero, the spark that ignited a flame, heralding a new age of proud defiance against anyone who would challenge the Groundbreaker's sovereignty. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant
I don't like that. I killed everyone in Byzantium, and the ending was no different than to me doing the quest, all the side quests from.
Everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He was never able to come to terms with his own past, troubled by the decision of placing all his faith in the first colonist he ever revived, the infamous Captain of the Unreliable. The revival project yielded mixed results. Phineas, weighed down by limited support and his own guilt, struggled to revive more than a handful of scientists and engineers. They made a heroic effort to solve the colony's problems, but with small numbers and facing long odds, their solutions never caught on. Only a few of the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Wells died before he could see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a haunted man, crushed by the guilt of his failures. Small, petty factions squabble over what remains of the colony. Every attempt to reach out to Halcyon's neighbors is met with silence. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and left Dr. Wells to save Halcyon on his own. You had more pressing matters to attend to. As you tasted your first scoop of Rizzo's partially emulsified, semi-frozen milk-like dessert, you realized something. All your troubles, all your adventures, all your struggles and choices, they had all led to this single moment. And it was all worth it. No one knows what's happened to Earth.
I guess that's for the dumb
no one
line of
knows
dialogue.
What the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Alright, that's that. That's a stupid kill everybody playthrough. I just, I'm gonna go take a shit.